So since this evening we're resuming the meditation class in Spokane, and then later this week I think some people are going down to Coeur d'Alene to teach. So I thought I would read a motivation from Lama Zopa Rinpoche about giving Dharma talks. Okay? So it's called Your Goal When Teaching. So Rinpoche says, when you teach a course, the aim is enlightenment. So even though the subject might be the 4 foundations of mindfulness, the main emphasis should be the good heart, so that people understand that the aim of life is to benefit others. So that doesn't mean that you don't teach the 4 establishments of mindfulness. It means you teach them within the context of benefiting others, okay, and benefiting yourself. Even though the subject may be from the beginning portions of the path, you have to lead the students so that they understand the bodhicitta motivation, which is more advanced. So you integrate, the bodhicitta with whatever you're talking about, even though it's, maybe at the initial scope or the middle scope of the path. You begin the subject, he's giving an example. You begin the subject at the stage of the initial level practitioner, but the aim is to lead them to awakening, to benefit all sentient beings. You have to understand how the Lamrim is set up. It has great, great, great meaning. Even though bodhicitta comes later, you motivate even from the beginning to lead all sentient beings to awakening. Okay? So this is very important, because it's putting imprints in, when we meditate and when we teach other people, imprints in their mind that this is where we're going. Okay? So it's kind of like when you're traveling somewhere, our destination is Dharamsala, but today we're, getting down to the Spokane airport, and then tomorrow we'll, take the flight from Seattle somewhere. Okay? So you set out the long-term motivation so that those seeds are imprinted in somebody's mind, and they have that there, that's where they really want to go in their spiritual practice. It's very important to understand that eating, sleeping, and walking are for others. Okay? That means that you keep in your mind, this is what a bodhisattva does. Everything a bodhisattva does is, with the ultimate purpose of being of benefit to others. So it kind of, helps you to come back to your motivation all the time. So when we're eating, we cultivate bodhicitta motivation to eat and keep our body healthy so that we can continue practicing for the benefit of all beings. It's not, I'm eating because it tastes good and I want it. Yeah? So you keep transforming your motivation, whatever kind of action you're doing. He said, otherwise you finish your course, whatever you're teaching, and it's just for yourself. There is Dharma and not Dharma. What benefits this life, future lives, liberation, and awakening. That's what is Dharma. The whole course should be going in the direction of benefiting others, whatever the subject is. Then, this way, there is a connection with the life they are going to lead after the course, because that work is now going to be for others. Yeah. So if you're generating the motivation, eventually we want to combine shamatha and vipassana and, eliminate all of the ignorance. But to get that, to do that, we have to start where we are. But if we're going to do that for the benefit of others, we start where we are also for the long-term benefit of all beings. Okay? Otherwise, students will still do for themselves. So will we. Only the difference being just for this or future lives. And that doesn't become something that's going to benefit all living beings in the long term. Okay? So to really have whatever Dharma talk you're giving, you have to have that motivation yourself. And then, generate that motivation with the other people and bring in cherishing others and overcoming self-centeredness into the talk one way or another. Okay? And then that will enable the people who hear really to grow in the Dharma and to have a happier life this lifetime. Yeah, even if you're just teaching breathing meditation, they'll have a much happier life this lifetime, as well as create less negative karma for bad experiences in the future, as well as create less obstacles for attaining liberation and enlightenment, if you put everything in the context of love and compassion and being of benefit to all beings. Okay, let us do that.